Again, I think we're going to start right away as we wait for others to join in. I'm going to ask one of us to give us an opening prayer. I'm going to ask Philippa to give us an opening prayer. Philippa, are you there? Okay, let me ask Gordon to give us an opening prayer.
Good evening, everybody. Let's humble ourselves for a prayer. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this evening. We want to thank you for this opportunity that you have given unto us this evening to gather and share knowledge and share from what we know and what we have. Father, we ask that your spirit will come and hover over this meeting, come and hover over this class, and that your spirit will guide us and teach us. Heavenly Father, we ask that everything that will be discussed here, everything that will be taught, everything that will be shared here will be to our advantage and will put us forward in this world. In the mighty name of Jesus, we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Alrighty. I want to first thank you guys for being part of this. Yeah. Steve is not here now, but he will be with us in a few minutes. Or if he fails, he will communicate. Yeah. But he gave me the opportunity to close up the class. Yeah. I want to thank everyone. Those that have been consistent from the start. Yeah. All the classes are going to be posted on our YouTube channel. Yes, all the classes will be there. Yeah, I want to express my gratitude for your commitment to honoring the Mograph Marathon, for sacrificing your time, your data, your energy. Yeah. I created a few slides that I'm going to share with us. I want us to go through them together. Let me share my screen. Okay. I hope you guys can see my screen. Can you see my screen, guys? Okay. Once again, guys, I want to thank you for being part of this. I want to thank you for everything that you've done, your time, sacrifices. Yeah. But I want to take us through a few things as we are finalizing with our Mograph. Yeah. And this is not the end. Yeah. This is not the end of everything. We are just starting, and I want to encourage us to always be on the community. Yeah, a fail is not a goodbye, but we are still here. We are still doing more good stuff, and it's not ending here. Yeah. So let me first take us through the second slide. Yeah, this is what I wrote. It says enhancing your creativity. In everything that we're going to be doing from here, I want to encourage you guys to embrace your unique creative style. If you've not yet found it, I would encourage you guys to find your creative style, because a lot of artists outside there, they have their own styles. That's why we run to them for inspiration. We run to them for knowledge and other stuff. One of my goals for next year is not to look for inspiration, is to create inspiration. Yeah, that's one of the goals that I set for myself. So as we are closing up our Mograph, I want to encourage you guys to find in everything that you do, or you're a beginner or you're an intermediate or a pro, in everything that you do, guys, it's important for you to find your unique creative style. As an artist, embracing your unique creative style is a key to standing out in a crowded field. We are a lot of people, we are a lot of creatives, but if you find your way, you may say that my graphic is going to be different in this kind of way. My animations are going to be different in this style. I will add in my easings are going to be different. Everything that you've learned from the Mograph, you may say that I'm going to make it more different. Yeah, and you find a new style, you find a new touch in your work. Let me go on to the point to take a moment to reflect on what makes your work distinct. Yeah, look at your work, look at your old works, look at your new works, celebrate and amplify that uniqueness in your projects. Yeah, that's one of the things that I usually do. Yeah, when I look at my work, there is something unique at it. Yeah, I'll take a moment and I show you some of my work when the class is about to end. Yeah, and the meeting is about to end. Remember, some of the most successful artists in our industry form their breakthrough by staying true to their creative voice. One of the things that I've seen is do not hesitate to break the rules. Do not be afraid to come up with something new. You may say, man, I'm afraid to break the rules just because Chris or Steve said this. Do not be afraid. You may say, man, I'm going to create my new easing. As long as it's very nice, you will stand out. As long as your work is beautiful, you will stand out. Yeah, let me run to this slide. Another slide is optimizing social media presence. Optimizing social media presence. Showcase your work. Can you guys hear me? My screen is not changing. Is my screen changed? Has my screen changed? Can you see optimizing social media presence? Can you guys see it?
Chris, we can hear you, but the screen is not changing.
Okay. Let me see what to do. A minute. So, is my screen changing? Okay, so another thing that I want to encourage us is to showcase our work. We have free platforms. We have Instagram, we have Behance, we have LinkedIn, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, YouTube. All those platforms are free. It's you yourself. It's you to encourage yourself to stand out. It's you to encourage yourself to come out of the cocoon you're in, and you say, "Man, I have to stand out because these platforms are free." And we have a lot of people that are viewing your work. We have a lot of people that are seeing your work. When you look at some of the first works that I posted and some of the work that I'm doing right now, there is a big difference. And if someone has been following my story, they will say, man, this guy has moved from 5. And if they are to give me a gig or if I'm to get a job, they will say, man, this guy has amazing work. Because I have a story. It's like I'm a movie star. I have a story. I have a beginning, and I'm going to have. I will have an end somewhere, a good end. I'll have a bad beginning, but I'll have a happy ending. but it all starts from you showcasing your work. Because in today's digital age, optimizing social media presence is crucial for visibility. Showcase your best. I don't encourage you to only showcase your best. Showcase whatever you can do. A few months back, I was doing 100 days of animation, and I was fighting with 3D. I tried a few things. I tried most of the things that I couldn't do, and it helped me learn. And I was posting my work. Some of you saw my work, and at the end of the day, I stopped the 100 days because I'll share it later, Mr. Fat Graphics. Yeah, because at the end of the day, people are seeing your work. I was doing 100 days and I stopped them. Yeah, because I wanted to focus on projects. For example, one of the things that we've been sharing with Steve and other 10x guys is that starting next year, we are going to be focusing on project-based things. For example, if we say challenges, you might do something. For example, you can do a simple animation. That will not help you grow. Like, you will have to do more. If you have a big project that you're going to work on, for example, if we are, as a team here, we are, and we say we are going to work on a big project, or we are going to work on something that is broad, it's going to broaden, it's going to take you places. Like, you will learn a lot of things rather than learning one thing, like which you learn every day. But we want to start project based things. Another thing is craft a visually appealing portfolio that reflects your style and capabilities, what you can do. Don't put what you can't do. Yeah, because you may put that you can do 3D, they bring 3D at your table, and you can't do it. Another thing is consistent is key. Regularly update your profiles and engage with the creative community by sharing your insight and experiences. And this is one of the things that I've not been doing, but when I started doing it, it has pushed me boundaries. I met Steve online by sharing my work. Yeah, and we've come close friends, we've come buddies, and the 10x that you're seeing, it came from me connecting with Steve. We met, we talked, we had the same dream, but it all started from sharing work. Steve saw my work, I saw Steve's work, and we connected, and now he has 10x. Yeah, it's all starts from you guys putting out what you do, sharing with communities, engaging. It's like whenever you're in your cocoon, my friend, no one is going to see you from there. Even if you have ugly work, put it out there, share it. At the end of the day, people will see you growing. They will see you growing. And unless you have fear of not sharing your work, unless you will not be consistent and you don't know what you want. But if you know what you want, and if you know what you're chasing for, my friend, this is going to be awesome. And if you love what you're doing, this is going to be a game changer. Like sharing your work on social media. I have a friend, Gordon. He can tell you what happened when we started a few weeks. We did some challenge a few weeks. He received he received engagement on his social media, but it all starts from you sharing your work, optimizing your social media. Put I don't know if you guys can have nice photos or whatever. Have a nice bio on your social media, on your Instagram, Facebook. You can decide to focus on one social media. You can decide to focus on a few things. Yeah, but my goal next year is to focus on Behance, LinkedIn, and Instagram plus Twitter. Yeah, I will leave TikTok and Facebook, but my goal is to focus on May and also Dribble. Yeah, but it all starts with sharing your work. If you visit those social media platforms, there is amazing work. Let me open up Behance here and I show you some work, guys. Some people that have done, yeah. There is ugly work, there is nice work. Yep. Hope you guys can see this. Behance, there is a lot of things that you can look at. There is nice work, ugly work, but it's all set by sharing. You put out your work, people will see it. It's artwork out here. It has views, even if it's now this has a few likes plus 3 views. Even if you put your ugly work, it will have views and a comment somehow, somewhere. Yeah, I encourage you guys to post your work, share your work. My Behance has no work, but I have a lot of work to put there. I've worked on a number of projects, but I have not yet shared. I have a few projects on my Behance. Yeah, but starting next year, you guys are going to see amazing work over here because I have a lot in stock. I've just put a few here. Yeah, but starting next year or even this year, you're going to see a lot of work published on my Behance and other social media platforms. Another thing, let me go to the next slide. The next slide says the power of networking. Connect with fellow creatives, instructors, and professionals. This is going to help you grow. Not only discussing work with fellow creatives, you can discuss, for example, how to handle money. You can discuss how to handle burnouts, how to handle stress as a creative, how to beat laziness as a creative. You can discuss some of those things. I've had chances to I got a chance to talk to one of the DJs that has been in the industry for long, and that's Bush Baby. I spent 2 nights with Bush Baby and he shared a lot with me. He gave me a lot of insights that I didn't know. This included money management, how you can position yourself as a creative, how you can how to have consistency, yeah, and a lot more. And guys, what I can tell you, not only discussing graphics, motion design, we have to discuss other things like networking. How can I keep my network with my other friends? Like as we are like in 10x, how can we keep each other like without losing? Because whenever we lose each other, the thing will fall. And what we were fighting for is for all of us to stand out. Yeah, we have to put in a lot of networking within us. I don't know a lot of you guys, but I would love to know you guys. I think we shall have meetups soon. We meet up, we get to know each other, we get to discuss a number of things. Yeah. Another point is networking open doors to opportunities. Connect with fellow creatives, instructors, and professionals in the industry. Another point is initiate conversations, attend industry events, and participate in online forums to expand your network. These are one of the things that I've not been doing, but I'm looking forward to do them. I'm someone who is kind of an introvert. I don't attend events. I move from home to work. I don't do parties. I don't do what. But starting next year, it's going to be my thing. I'll be attending events. I'll participate like never before. Yeah. So, guys, I know some of you love staying in your cocoons, but it's high time we move out. We start showing your work. Personal connections often lead to collaborative projects and valuable insights. It's a powerful tool to career growth. Yeah. Recently, a Nigerian friend, posted some artwork. I'm giving an example on this. Personal connections often lead to collaborative projects. I shared a artwork, and what I did, I got the artwork and I animated the artwork. But the artwork led to a lot of things. Like I got connections, people reached out to me. I think let me find it here and I share with you guys. All right. Let me find it here. Okay. Here is the artwork that the guy did. Yep, I hope you guys can see it. This is the artwork that he worked on, and I was able to put it into motion, and this is what I created. And this people came to me asking for knowledge, asking for what, but after me sharing my work and moving out of my cocoon, yeah. Okay, let me first turn this off. Alrighty, so let's go to the next slide. Next slide is practicing and practicing. You're not going to achieve whatever you want by not practicing. You have to practice without stopping. Yeah, stress the importance of consistent practice. Like you have to be looking for knowledge every time. There's a lot of things happening. You may be handling a lot of responsibilities. You may be handling maybe you have your 9 to 5. You're not a freelancer. You may be handling a lot of things. You're up and down. But what I want to tell you guys, it's very important for you to seek knowledge. It's very important for you to practice. That's one of the things that has helped me grow as a creative. If I give you backstory of me, I studied and I failed my class 2 times. I sat senior for 2 times, but I failed. What I told myself, I'm not stopping. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. I started this 7 years back. I'm going to continue doing what I'm not going to stop, because I was doing this and this led me to fail. What like made me fail school. And I said, you know what, I'm not stopping. I'm not leaving this. I consistently practice until I started meeting big people. It all started with practice, and I started doing good work, and I started doing amazing work. Yeah, some of the work that you see on screens, yeah, I have a hand in it, but it all starts with practice. Let's go to the next point. Practice is the backbone of skill development, and also practice is the mother of skill. Yeah, you should practice and practice. Dedicate time regularly to refine your motion graphics, your still graphics, in everything you do. Consider daily or weekly routines, and do not shy away from specific exercises or challenges to push your boundaries. What I can tell you guys, whenever you challenge yourself, and I think for those that have been consistent from the day we started the Mograph, I think you guys, you've seen a change in what you do. You've seen a change in your graphics, in your motion graphics, because you guys have been consistent. You've been practicing. But if you've not been practicing, I don't know. I'm sorry for you, but practice. This is going to push you places. You have to create time. Even if you have a busy schedule, at least one day, learn one thing. Each day, learn one thing. Work on one thing every day. Rather than working on a lot of things and you end up presenting nothing. Work on a project, or work on like a simple graphic every day, even if it's 30 minutes. As long as you work on it, what I can tell you, you're going to improve. Yeah. Another point is, remember, improvement comes with persistent and focused practice. Look back at your work and acknowledge your progress. Yes, that's the very important point. If you've started from somewhere, when you look at the work you started doing, you may laugh at yourself. The same applies to me. When I look at the work that I've been doing some time back, I say, man, is this me? And I started doing these things using a phone. I started using, I think you know these apps. I started using Power Director, and it's called kinematic something. I don't remember the name well, but it's the name of the app starts with K. Yeah, that's the app that I started using for motion, and then I jumped into motion graphics. Yeah. So let's go to the next point. The next thing is Q&A. Yeah. The floor is open to everyone. That's what I have to share with us now. Yeah. You guys, can you see my screen? Yeah. If you want to say anything, the floor is open. That's what I wanted to share with us for now. Let me share my screen and see. Okay. So guys, the floor is open. Yeah. If you want to say something, Gordon, you're welcome. Jackson, you're welcome. David, Lonish, Yuji, you're most welcome. If you want to say anything, the floor is open. You can unmute your mic and say anything. David is saying, I want to understand more about mockups. We are planning on do something that is coming next after the Mograph. I think you'll get to be helped with how to understand the mockups in those sessions. Yeah, still will be of help. Yes. All right. Anyone? If you want to say thank you or what, the mic is open. Or you want us to dive into After Effects, you can also say that. Yeah. Yes, Mildred.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, thank you guys for the time you have invested in us. And my question is like, what are the major challenges you have faced aside from like this affecting your education and stuff? Like, what other major challenges that are internal to being, a designer, an artist, something like that that comes with, the. I think you get what I mean, right?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, that's it.
One of the challenges that I've mostly faced is clients not paying me. Yeah, that's one of the things that I've faced most. You can do nice work, and at the end of the day, the client won't call you or won't pay you your money, yet you did nice work. And what I do now, if I'm to share my work to the client, what I do is I put in a watermark. I can use a website that is locked for the client only to view, but not to download until the work is approved and they make the payment, so I can share the work, the done work. Same applies to graphics. You guys have ways you do it. You can send a PDF which is locked. When the client has made the payment, then you send the client the password. Yeah, but it has reduced on my side. But before, I used to do work. I used to put in a lot of work. At the end of the day, you're not paid. It's like you're working for free. But now things changed. And the other challenge is was being I wasn't consistent, and I lacked motivation. I lacked, like, I couldn't. It's like I was, every time I stepped on my PC, I would say, "Man, you're going nowhere. You're going nowhere." But now, when I sit on my PC, I say, whatever comes on my mind, I'll do it. And what I do, I used to just come on the computer and do things, like, when there's disorganized. It's okay for you to go on your computer and do everything that you see that you can do, and do it. But it's very important. For example, if you wake up in the morning, it's very important for you to know what you're going to do. If you know what you're going to handle, if you know what you're going to work on, it will give you a clear picture, or it will give you a clear day. If you open up the software and you say you're going to work on a flyer, and you end up working on a logo, and at the end of the day, you've created like 10 projects which are unfinished. Yeah. But if you say that you're going to focus and you're going to look onto one thing, you thank me later. And the other thing that has always disturbed me is focus. Yeah. Focus is very important for you as a creative. Some of the creative have mental health issues. Have You can sit on your computer when you're stressed, when you're what. But what I can tell you, uh, when you when you know what you're chasing, and you seek the right knowledge. For example, if you have mental health issues, it's important for you to seek guidance, or if you ask your friend, or uh, seek guidance from anyone who is above you. Yes. A minute, guys. Yeah, as I was saying, it's important for you to seek knowledge from someone who is above you. If you feel stressed, if you feel overwhelmed, you can sit on the computer from the morning to the evening and you work on nothing, and you say, "Man, it's not working," like for a full week. But when you seek knowledge, seek guidance from someone who is above you. Ask them, "What can I do here? I feel like I'm doing nice thing. I feel like this is taking me nowhere." Yeah, I think I've answered some of your questions, Mildred.
Ah, yes. I mean, the first challenge that you have shared that some clients wouldn't pay, like, can't you, okay, you already have like a fix for it, but I think there should be some clients who tell you they want a piece of work, and then when you're done with it, they tell you they don't want it. So is it like if you can tell them, okay, maybe you have to pay 25% before I begin, or 50% or something like that?
It depends on a client that I'm working with. Sometimes, when the work is not approved, in terms and conditions, I put in uh, changes, like changes are very open, and we do what you want. I've ever worked with a client, and the client told me, "Work on this video." It's a TV ad. I worked on the video. At the end of the day, the client told me those that I don't love those pictures. I told the client, "Please feel free to send me the picture that you want. I'll use the pictures in the video." The client ran. He didn't come back to me up to now. Yeah, but what you can tell, like, you receive different clients, but what I know, you will not work with everyone. Yeah, some clients are just there to help you go through your creative journey, to learn. That some clients don't pay; they are here to take, like, to take your time. Yeah. So I think I've answered that. So let me go to Joe, Joanita, Jacqueline. Yeah.
Hi, first of all, Christopher, thank you so much for everything throughout this session. You have been very helpful. My question is, when you were speaking, you said how you had a conversation with someone about finance or money, and it helped you be better at that. So I guess my takeaway is, what are the five? main takeaway from that conversation, that you would want us who are beginning this journey to focus on, because at the end of the day, because you're going to have to, you're not going to have clients, and then you're also going to have some people not giving you money. So how do you plan such that at the end of the day, you're still grounded and stable, and you're not going to lose your footing in terms of money, even if you're in that dry spell, and you can still continue to support yourself. Yes, that's
Okay.
it. Thank you.
Thank you for asking that. I know I'm not better, as you said. I'm not better. Yeah. But one of the things that they told me that I got and I've learned from some big people, for example, Josh the Fixer. Yeah, because I work with Josh the Fixer. I think some of you know him. Yeah, one of the things that he encourages me is to save 20% of each money that I get. I think last year or this year, he showed me the 20%. Even if you get, for example, 20K or 10K, oh God, who is this? Uh, okay, sorry about that. I think let me turn off something over here. Who was that? Sorry about that. Okay, so let me continue. One of the things that encouraged me to do is to save 20% of each money that I get. The 20% looks small. Okay, I shared the link to on Twitter and everywhere. But all is good. Let's just continue. Yeah. The 20% may look little, but the 20% is going to help you. You may want to buy your dream laptop or your camera or any gear that you want to buy. Yeah, that 20% will help you. You may be earning little, but at the end of the day, the 20% is going to help you as long as you're disciplined with your 20%, and as long as you're consistent. Because you may fall into trouble and say, man, I'm going to take out my 20% that I've been saving for a full year, and just know you'll not get your computer that you want in. Yeah. As long as you're disciplined, and if you say that you're going to save the 20%, do what you said. Because most of the things we fail at them by not doing what we said we're going to do. For example, you wake up in the morning and say, man, I'm going to do my work, and I publish it. Now 2 weeks are down, you've not done anything, you get. But if you say that you're going to do what you say, like you're going to put in the work, like you even praise yourself and say, man, I've done it. But it all starts by you being disciplined. The same applies to money. If you get the money, for example, you've planned for the money, you have your outings, you have your what, so I'm going to get this money, let's say 1 million. That 1 million gets the 20%. Like what I can tell you right now is the 20% because I don't know what you will use the money for. Yeah. What's the 20% is the most important thing for you as a creative, and also how you use it. I don't want to go too much into the money thing because I'm not an expert in the money field. Yeah. But what I can tell you now is the 20% is very important for you as a creative. Yeah. And also know how to spend your money. Don't just spend because you can land on a project that give you 10M beyond, and you say, man, my life is now okay. Let me spend this money like as never before. Yeah. I think Joanita have answered like a bit of your question.
Yes, you have. But as you
Okay.
say, there is still more to learn on it. But thank you for what you said.
All right. Let me go to Gordon before I go. Come to you to Simbi. Yes, Gordon.
Chris, mine is not a question.
Yeah.
I just want to add on to what you said about Mildred's question of how to approach clients that do not pay. Now, from experience, what I've learned is to try and formalize your business. Treat this thing not just as a hobby, but as a business. Like if a client comes to you, treat them as professionally as you can. Have quotations. In some instances, you will have to draft like contracts, design contracts. Those templates are all over on the internet. That will state that like these contracts will state the terms and conditions of your transaction as a client and service provider. It has helped a lot. I have had in the past before I started doing these things, I have had to chase clients for up to 6 months for a payment. But if you know you guys are tied down to a contract, your contract stipulate. For example, my right now, if I'm to do, let's say, most of the gigs I've done are like logo designs or brand identity designs. I tell you, I do not start doing the work before you do a down payment of 50%. And if a client is not willing to do that, I know they are not my client. Because what that 50% is going to do is one going to show some sort of commitment from the client that they really need my services, but it's also going to tie me down as a service provider to deliver because I have already taken money from this person. And I don't want that to tarnish my reputation as a service provider or something like that. So I know you've given me your money. I have to give you your work. And because you've given me your money, I know you're committed to this. So in a way, it's a 50-50 relationship between you and the client at that moment. But if you just go in, previously you used to go in and you will do all the work, they will take you through all the changes, um, work that has been probably meant to, that work that was meant to be like 1 week's work will go into like a whole month of just changes. And that at the end of it all, even with the final draft, they'll be like, I made up my mind. And they can't compensate for all the work you've done, the nights you've put in for the whole month. You get it? So if you can try to formalize your work, your relationship with clients from the word go, even if you're a beginner, give them terms. If you can draft a small contract for your projects, do that. If you can have like a quotation, quote your prices, and at your quotation, put like terms at the end of the quotation. Tell them, I can't start your work before you do a down payment of, let's say, like, I don't know, 50% or 25% or something. It has to be like some sort of commitment fee. So, and yes, just like John says in the comments, it can be a 50% before commencement of work and 50% at final approval. That ties you down as a service provider and ties them down as a client. So even if they run away, at least you know they are running away, but you got like a 50%. That can compensate for the nights that you put in for work. So for me, that was it. Thank you.
Thank you, Gordon. Mr. Simbi.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Chris, for that presentation. I follow your work a lot on Behance, and yeah, it's really good. I know there's little work there, but I've followed you on Twitter and Behance. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
checked out your pages. Yeah. Just have a question about how can one balance if you're having a 9 to 5 and you're also into this the creative bit of it, the graphic design and all that. How does one strike that balance? And another question is, how do I've always had issues with pricing my work. Um, I find it hard, especially as a beginner. I've been in the industry for about 2 years now, but still I find that issue of the pricing and all that. At times a client can come and be like, I want this and this, but I find it hard to price it. I have to consult people, I have to consult my fellow creatives about it. And so I've always wanted to have certain standard prices concerning that, but I find it a bit hard. How can I go about that? Yeah.
Okay, thank you for asking that. Let me start with the 9 to 5 thing. Personally, I work a 9 to 5, but next year I'm planning to quit my 9 to 5. But one of the things that I've seen, when you get your work done, okay, personally, when I get my work done, I'm free to do my other work, because I have, for example, if I finish my work at 4, I'll use my time, for example, from 5 to 8, or up to 10. I'll leave office late, but when I've done what I want to do, yeah. The best way to do this, if I am supposed to reach office at 9, I reach office at 6 or 7. Yeah, that's one of the things that I do. I do not go by the time given to me. I may reach office at 6 or 7, and I leave, for example, at 10. Yeah, but when I've fully fulfilled my duties, and fulfilling my duties is going to take me, first of all, put my phone away. Yeah, if I want to get my work done, put my phone away, uh, put it or in DND or anything. Unless you don't have work, you can be on your phone. Yeah, but when you have work, for example, you have projects, you may get your outside gigs, and you want them to be completed. One of the things that I can tell you is put your phone away, turn off the data. If you have to work on the PC, be on the PC, connect the internet on the PC, work on the work, and for it to get done. Because if you be on your phone, you'll be, it may reach 5 or 4 when you've done nothing. Yeah, because focus is very expensive. That's what I can tell you. I've been fighting with focus like last year. Focusing on one thing, it's very difficult, but once you grasp it, it will help you get your work done, and the balance will make itself, like you will find yourself balancing the work, and things will move on. Yeah. The other question was, remind me of the other question that you asked.
It was about pricing work.
Yeah. One of the things that I mostly tell the clients that come to me, they ask me, how much do you charge for the videos? What I tell them, videos are not supermarket priced. Yeah, because this is not a supermarket that you're going to come and, man, how much is this? And they just buy. Like, like you have to have, for example, if you are working on a video project, for example, you're going to edit a video, you may say, I'm going to editing this 5-minute video, it's going to start from 300k, but adding in graphics, I'll charge you for 200. Whichever graphic that I'm going to add in this video, it's going to be 200. Or if the client comes, for example, MTN, and it also depends on the client you're working with, because you might get Mama Nancha or Saloni. Mama Nancha, I need some graphics on my screen. You may tell Mama Nancha 800k, and Mama Nancha will tell you her. Now, even Mama Nancha cannot make 50k in a day. So you have to, it depends on the client you're working with. So for example, MTN comes to you and they tell you, we want a 30 seconds ad. You may tell them that I'm going to get a writer who's going to write the copy, a voiceover artist, the music that we're going to use. Sometimes they have their own music. They will give you the music. The designer who's going to do the storyboard, the editor, plus the animator, plus the studio. Like those are seven people. So you can price them, like put the thing in your quote, and you send to whichever client that you have. But it all depends on the client that you have. And whenever you're handling clients, what you have to put in mind, how much time am I going to spend on this project, or what is it going to take me to complete this project? because here what you're doing is you're selling your time to the client. For example, you tell the client, I'm going to do a 1 minute motion graphics for your video, and you give me 100K. You will spend 3 days doing that video, and on that video you're going to use data. For example, you want to get resources, you will use your data, which will be like 50K. Okay, let me say 50K. You'll Yaka, you will have to buy Yaka. Yaka is done. You buy Yaka for 20K. You get. And sometimes pricing comes with you price according to your standards of living. Yeah. If 50K is okay for you, charge 50K. If 20K is okay for you, charge 20K. And you will spend like 10 days working for your car 20K. And that will satisfy you if that's what you want. Yeah. But you have to know what you're going to put in while handling the project. Yeah. I think I've answered your question, Mr. Simbi.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, so we have Steve on the call. Yeah, Steve, you're most welcome. I'm going to give the mic to Steve before I come in. Yeah. Steve, you're most welcome. Your hand is up. Steve, are you there? You're good, and your hand is up. You want to say something?
Yes, Sebo.
Okay, before Steve comes in, then you can say something.
I think Steve has a connection problem. He just jumped off. But okay.
All right.
I just wanted to supplement on what you said about more so about how he can price, how we can price our work. I think for you to price your work is, first of all, you shouldn't have fixed prices for stuff. Like Chris said, design doesn't have supermarket prices. Like we don't have price tags stuck on our services like all the time. What I personally do is I usually do some research on who my client is. For example, if somebody approaches me, I want to know, okay, who is actually giving me the job. That gives you the background knowledge of how much they are willing to spend. To also make research on what they want from you. Is it going to be just a logo design? Is it just going to be a poster, or is it going to be more than just a poster? Then also, what's the value of your work? Now that is open to you as a creative. How do you value your work? How much value do you attach to your work? How much effort and time are you going to put in that work? Because if a project is going to run, for example, for a whole week or a whole month of work, you can't be pricing it as the same project that you did for, like, let's say 5 days or 4 days or something. Then what's the client's budget? How much are they willing to spend? Ask them those questions. How much are you willing to spend? Even before you give them your price, what's your budget like? What are your costs? Are you going to have to go to studio if it's going to be like an ad to record the voices? Are you going to do music for the ad? Are you going to hire extra equipment? All that has to be factored in that price that you're giving them. The best thing to do would be to have like packages for your clients. Tell them, for example, logo designs. I usually do logo designs. Tell them just a logo will be this much. If you want a logo and, like, let's say, or like a brand identity package that will have like a logo and then the brand guidelines and then what, that it will be this much. Or if you want the logo and color palettes and fonts, it will be this much. Create packages for them, just to give them some kind of choice for them to choose from. Then what's your experience and expertise? Because these prices will grow with you. How much experience you gather around also has to reflect on your prices. How I charged for logos 5 years ago is not how much I charge for logos today, because it's been 5 years of work. So my work has grown. The numbers on my account have to grow as well. then your perceived value, like um, uh, how can I explain that? How you place yourself out there creates that perception of value. You get it? If a client has seen you, like your work is out there, you have a Binance account that looks beautiful, you have an Instagram that looks good, you're on Twitter, you're sharing your work, like that alone gives them some sort of illusion of, yeah, this guy knows what they are doing. So they approach you knowing, okay, it's this kind of number in my head that is going to ask. So that's why from the start of this conversation, Chris was
Hello,
encouraging us to post our work. It puts you out there because even if a
hello,
client had a big budget, they're not going to pay you
Wally.
as much as they're going to pay somebody that the whole world knows is
Ndio
good at what they do. And how does the world know you're good at what you do? Is when you share everything that you do. So for me, those were some of the things, but mostly is research who your client is. Because just like Chris said, if Mama Natch's salon wants something on their screen, okay, there is a price for that person. But if Absa Bank or MTN or any big brand approached you, you're not going to price them the same way as you priced Mama Nach. It has to be a big figure because those guys can afford. They know the value, they attach value to our work. They know how much, you know, it, it takes for us to do this, and they are willing to pay. So make some research before you price your work. How much work are you putting in? How long is it going to take you? Do you have extra costs that you're going to incur as a designer? Could be studio time for you to record voiceovers or do music for your ad or something like that. All those have to be factored in. And also, how much value do you attach to your work, you as a person? Thank you.
Thank you, Gordon. Yeah. Uh, Guys, do you have any questions or anything that you want to say? The floor is open. Yeah, before we leave. Alrighty. Yes, Lonish.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. I want to thank everybody over here. I thank the team leader, Chris and Steve. You guys, I can't thank you enough because it's been my desire to be a graphic designer, but I couldn't get someone to push me up. So I was like, I can do this, but I was a little bit behind. And I really thank you guys for this marathon. It has really pushed me up. I'll be there at times when and I'm like, I have to present, I have to do something, I have to try on this. I couldn't do that before, but this has really like it gives me energy. I have to try on something. You guys, when you share about something, you talk about. I've come to realize you've been sharing about money, and I'm like, oh yeah, you mean is that all about money? I can do designs and I get cash. I was really a bit surprised. So in so doing, I'm really developing a love of graphics, and I have learned a lot of things in this. To be honest, I really appreciate you guys for this, and let me hope. I wanted to know if after this, are we gonna still be with an access to you guys, or it's gonna be limited? You can answer that, then I can proceed on.
We are still here. We are not leaving. Yeah. More things are coming. We are starting up something new. Yeah, this week.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that would be nice.
Mm,
Okay, thank you. That's all.
you're welcome. It's an honor, Mr. Lonish. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Anyone with anything to say? Yep. I think. Yeah. This is the message that I wrote. Says as we thank you for being part of the Mograph Marathon. as we close this lab, remember that every ending is a new beginning. Thank you for joining this creative journey. Guys, feel free to take a picture of your screens, to take screenshots and share them on your social medias, because you've been part of this, and use hashtag Mograph Marathon or anything that you can. You feel free. Personally, I will be sharing it on Twitter. Yeah, feel free to take a picture. Yeah, with your friends. This will be our first picture. Yeah, we have things that we'll be sharing with us this week. Yeah, it's very, very interesting, guys, and I believe you're going to love it. It's going to help you grow as a creative. It's going to take you from step 0 to 50. Yeah, that's what I can tell you. It's power packed. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's power packed. We're going to launch it soon. Yeah, we are working on a few things, and we start sharing with us, guys, and we are still here with you. This is not ending here, because we have more years together. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Aronish.
Oh yeah, Chris, sorry a bit. I wanted to ask you a kind of favor. If someone here knows how I can, if I have the effects, the fonts, how
Yeah.
I can import them in Illustrator or Photoshop.
But when you have those fonts, you just have to install them. Like they are not imported in Illustrator. They are. Let me show you something here. Okay. Have you guys done taking the picture? I remove off the screen. If you guys are done taking the picture, yeah, you can share it on your social media platforms, anywhere you feel like. Okay, this is brought to you by 10x Motion Tribe. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me show you how you can get. All right. So, for example, I go to the font. I download this font. I open it. So it's here. So if you have WinRAR, or it needs unzipping, you can extract it from there. After extracting it, it will come here. It will give you these files. For example, you have a lot of fonts. What you can do is to, sorry, it's not showing. Sorry, it has been inside. So if it's here, I've downloaded it. You can unzip it now. For example, if you have it, what you do, you double click to bring install. Yeah. So when you install it, if your Illustrator is open, it will automatically show. Let me do a new artboard over here. Okay, let me write here. So it will automatically show. So it's called yellow style. It's here. Yeah, you just need to install it. Just double click on it and install it. So if you have a lot of fonts, like 5 of them or 6 of them, you just come and select all of them here. You right click, install. This is already installed, but you just do it that way. Yep. So guys, what we are going to do next is we will share it in the group. I don't want to say it here. We share it in the group, and I want to encourage you to continue practicing, to continue working, to continue like seeking knowledge. It's okay for you to ask in the community. Like do not be afraid, even if it's asking, how do I create a new folder on my computer? Feel free to ask it. No one is going to beat you. Yeah. Feel free to ask questions. As long as they are going to help you, feel free. Yeah, it's knowledge that you're getting, and everything in the community is free. Do not if you find anyone asking money from you, everything in the community is free. Yeah, feel free to ask for anything. Yeah, the classes that we've been having, they are going to be uploaded on our YouTube channel, and feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channels. It's unfortunate Steve is not here with us. He's having some connection issues, but yeah, we'll be communicating a number of things in the group. I want to thank you guys for being part of the Mograph. As I've said, this is not a goodbye, it's just a farewell. We've achieved something as a community. Yeah, and kudos to all of us. We've been consistent, and I want to thank you guys again for your time, for your sacrifices, whichever place that you are in. Yeah, and I pray one day you guys, I will meet you or give you a hug or a handshake. Yeah, you've been part of this. This has been our first Mograph, and I hope in the next 5 years or 10 years we'll have a big Mograph marathon. Yeah, and I believe it will happen. Yeah, I want to send my shout outs to Joanita, to Gordon, to okay, I'm sending shout outs to the people that I know. To those that I don't know, I'm really sorry, but I send shout outs to all of you guys. To Jackson, yeah, it's nice knowing you guys. Yeah, and I hope to learn with you as we move towards. Yeah, let me give Gordon a chance to speak, yeah, on behalf of 10x Motion Tribe as we wind up.
Thank you so much, Chris. Guys, just like Chris has said, we can't thank you enough. It's been a beautiful experience having you guys part of this marathon. It's the first of very many that are going to be coming. And just like he has been saying, there's something bigger that's coming up. We're just holding our lips not to say it now, but eventually by the end of this week, the announcement will be made. It's bigger and better. I know it's going to even bring more people to us. So we are just looking at growth, how we can grow from the marathon to whatever is going to come next, to even whatever will come next after that. So just hang in the community. We can't wait to learn from you, just like we've learned from Steve and Chris. I've also learned a few things from them. We can't wait to meet you. Just know the community is home for us. So just don't leave yet. There's a big announcement coming by the end of this week that you need to be a part of. And it's also going to be a learning experience for us. It's going to be a chance for us to exercise what we've learned from the marathon. So you just got to drop your tools now. Yeah. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the time, for the late nights, man. Some of us work 9 to 5 jobs, but you still have to put in, an extra 1.5 hours for you to be on the classes. So we just say thank you. Thank you so much for being part of this. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Gordon. Guys, my last point is I'm on social media. You guys can follow me up. I'll follow you back, but I mostly use Twitter. Yeah, that's where I mostly put my work. I use Chris Owa Video. Yeah, that's my name. That's my business name, Chris Owa Video. So you can follow me up on Twitter. I'll definitely follow you back. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Let me ask Joanita to give us a closing prayer. We leave.
All right. We come back to God prayer again. Heavenly Father, I thank you for the opportunity to engage with people who are doing amazing things in the world. I bless you so much for the time you have given us, for the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding to continue these classes. There are times when they are a bit hard on us, but you gave us the strength to continue. And Father, I thank you for the start of many things to come. I thank you for as we do this, we are putting the foundations of much greater and beautiful things ahead. So guide us, continue providing us with wisdom and understanding and your spirit and faith and grace that wherever we go, whatever people we meet, Your anointing will shine before us and speak for us, that even as we gather these skills, we have already set the people in our path who will advance us. And for that, Father, we thank you. We also thank you for everything you've done for our families and our loved ones. And I know that you've given us everything we need to advance in everything we do. And we invest it and we shall run with it. So I bless you for the mother family. And I thank you for everything that they, and I know that for everything that have put their minds to, Lord Father, you have already accomplished it for them. I bless you and I thank you for that. Thank you, everyone.
Amen. Thank you, Jonita. Guys, have a wonderful time. See you in the community. You can share your experience in the community. Yeah, you can put some message up there. Yeah, it's very welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Have yourself a wonderful time. Yeah.